Hi, Alec Benjamin. We want to say congratulations for your new single, Shadow of Mine.
Thanks.
And how are you today?
I'm great. I'm doing well. I'm optimistic. I'm looking forward to uh, getting started on the road and getting new music out and just sort of starting my life again.
Wow. So can you tell us about what is the Shadow of Mine song about?
Song is about and like this upcoming album that I have coming out called Uncommentary. It's a lot of it is about things that I was reflecting on during the pandemic in the last 2 years, and a lot of it is inspired by sort of uh, like thoughts and emotions that I had that were brought out by the onset of the pandemic, and I don't think that the album is restricted to just sort of like the pandemic themes. I think that it exists outside of that, but the pandemic brought a lot of things into focus for me that I wasn't necessarily aware of. So Shadow of Mine is about realizing that a lot of the problems that I had that came to bear during the lockdown were not necessarily related to just the lockdown. They were things that I had to learn how to deal with on my own, and I couldn't escape them by traveling and going other places or experimenting with different things. It was like these are like the person that I am and the dark side that I have, like it follows me wherever I go, so I have to come to terms with it. That's what the song's about.
Oh.
Oh, that's kind of deep though. But before we continue to the questions about Shadow of Mine, but I'm kind of like a little bit like, why is the album called Uncommentary?
It's called Uncommentary because I try to merge two words together, so uncommon and commentary, and the album is my uncommon commentary. I feel like I'm talking about some themes and things on the record that haven't necessarily been explored, but should be talked about a little bit more broadly. And it's also uncommon because even though we all go through a lot of the same things. Every person is unique and has their own unique perspective, and so this is my happens to be my unique perspective on the things that I'm talking about. Like one of the first song on the record is a song called "Dopamine Addict." It's about like
Ooh.
getting addicted to social media at the beginning of the pandemic, and my thoughts on that, and my experience and the ups and downs with trying to replace the hole that I felt in my heart with other things and other substances and other forms of entertainment, and then ultimately realizing that's not the healthiest way to go about things.
Wow. By the way, Alec, how do you feel about working with Charlie Puth and also Sir Nolan, who also work with Kalani and Selena Gomez?
I feel good about it. Hopefully the album performs well commercially, and I'll feel even better about it. but like it was fun, and it was nice. It was nice. I actually the one song that I wrote pre the pandemic was older, and that I worked on with Charlie and Ryan Tedder, which was awesome. And then the rest of it I did with Nolan and a guy named Sam Romans and a guy named Sam DeYoung, and we did it all from I mean, we sort of did it remotely, similar to the way that you and I are all of us are having a conversation right now. This is how I made my record.
Oh, that's cool. Like, do you find like something is like hard to do when you're like making your songs like virtually?
I actually found that, I mean, there's pros and cons to everything. There are definitely
Mm.
obvious advantages to working with people um, in the same room, but
Mm-hmm.
I actually quite enjoyed being able to make my record virtually, because a lot of the parts of the record making process, even though they're collaborative, some parts of it are very solitary for me, and the solitary parts are coming up with the concepts and the ideas and the things that I want to talk about to take into sessions. And sometimes doing that while you're in the room with someone else can make you feel like you're on the clock, and that puts a lot of pressure on you. But when you're in your house by yourself, you don't have to worry about that. And sometimes when you do a session and you drive all the way to somebody's house, or they drive all the way to your house, or you meet at a studio, you feel like if it's not going well, you feel a lot of pressure to stay in it. And a lot of those pressures are eliminated when you're working with people that you already feel comfortable with, and you're both already in the comfort of your own home or wherever you have chosen to be. You can kind of just say, this isn't really working today. Maybe we pick up tomorrow, and you kind of have the luxury of doing that. Or,
Yeah.
I'd wake up at like 10 in the morning and text a friend and be like, Dude, I feel like writing today. Do you want to write with me? Like, yeah, let me, in my underwear, hop on Zoom, and do it. It's like before you felt like you had to go to the studio, you had to get ready and everything, and it increased the efficiency of writing songs in a lot of ways. There are definitely intangibles that you don't get doing things virtually, but I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Oh.
Wow. So, for 2022 and also next year ahead, maybe, what's the plan? Can you tell us something to our
You know
audience
what? One thing
about
that I learned is
emotion?
that you can't plan for anything because a lot of unexpected things can happen. So the plan is to just go with the flow and try to enjoy the process a lot more than I have in the past because I realized how lucky I was to have the opportunities that I had, and I took a lot of things for granted. And so the plan this time is to enjoy it all because I feel grateful that I have the opportunity to hopefully do some of the things again that I did before that I love. So that's the only thing that I'm planning on. I realize that it's arrogant. Was it not it was a good it's a good question, but it was arrogant of me to assume that I could plan for things because the universe oftentimes has different plans.
I see. It's kind of true though. But you do have a tour coming, right?
Yeah, so that was like now let me tell you the real answer. The plan is to tour a lot and to release music and to hopefully play arenas one day. That's the plan.
So like you're also playing at Coachella. Like, do you have
Yeah.
something like probably like a surprise performance from somebody that probably we can like expect or like something?
I'm bothering a lot of my past collaborations to come and sit in with me. So I don't have any updates right now, but it would be really cool to have Dream if that's possible. It would be really cool. We'll see. We'll see. It's a surprise. You can expect amazing things from Spencer.
I love your energy. Like I love talking to you.
Oh well, I enjoy talking to you guys. Thank you for all of the questions. I'm telling you, I am really working so hard. In the past, I feel like, you know, I really am like I have the capacity to be like really happy and optimistic, and I feel like I haven't allowed myself to be that person because I'm always so afraid that things are gonna go away. They're gonna disappear, and I'll be like, I'll be playing a show or whatever, or traveling, and I'm like, this is so cool. What if I never have the opportunity to do it again? And then that makes me nervous. And now this time I'm trying to go, you know what? Like, if I don't have the opportunity to do it again, that should be a reason for me to really enjoy it instead of
Oh.
being really worried about it. Because if that is the case, then I'm gonna waste it, and I don't want to waste it. And so I've been in interviews before. I feel like I've come off as like, I don't know, not unfriendly, but I'm maybe because I not because I'm not enjoying myself, but because I'm enjoying myself so much that I'm afraid to let myself show that I'm having a good time. Because then if I don't do it, if I'm not able to do it again, then I'm gonna feel even worse. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, well, that was a long-winded response, but I appreciate. I'm trying to have good energy because I feel good energy. I'm trying to show people. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just happy to exist
It's
right
so
now.
good. Oh my god, I really appreciate it though. I every time we do an interview, I always appreciate like someone that is like explaining things, like have a good energy, like have this energy like you have. And I was like,
I'm just trying to keep it
oh,
cool. You know what I'm saying?
oh
Wow.
my
Share
god.
positive vibes.
Good vibes. Good vibes.
All right, thank you, Alec. Thank you
Thank
so
you guys.
much. Congratulations once again, and also, yeah, see you in maybe next.
Next couple of weeks or
Yes.
months when you have
Yeah,
something
hopefully. I
new
mean, I'm trying to
released.
I'm trying to get out to your guys' part of the world by the end of the year. So hopefully as soon as possible. The issue is just making sure that I'm able to go to enough places to where like I can actually financially afford to tour out there. So as all the countries open up, then I'll be there. I'll be there. If you guys will have me, I'll be there.
Of course we will have you.
Yay.
Oh my god, you're cool. You're cool.
Oh,
We'll talk
thank you. I
again for
appreciate
sure.
it. Like feel.
Thank you, Alec, once again.
All right,
Have a good
bye
day.
guys.
Stay healthy and stay happy.
All right, you too.
Bye.
Bye bye.